So I watched episode 2 of Supergirl. It aired yesterday. I had to wait till I got off work and I downloaded it and I watched it. Yes, I download my TV shows. So I waited for a second episode before I could give my opinion because after just watching one, you know, who knows? Let's give it more of a chance. So, first episode, my impressions were, overall I liked it. I'm glad it's not going to be, and don't get me wrong, I loved Smallville, but I'm glad it's not going to be 10 years of waiting for a costume, and then he's only in it for like 20 seconds at the end. She's in it from the start, and I'm glad that they introduced, even in a fraction of a second, introduced Superman as being there first, not her. That's always bothered me, especially in Smallville, where they said that he wasn't the first superhero. They implied that, you know, Green Arrow, all these other people were there first and he was the last one. No, that's not what happened at all. He was the first. He took charge. He was the first one. Everyone followed suit after him. He was the first one to do it. He set the way. That's what makes him Superman. That's what makes him above everyone else. So, I'm glad that he was there first. I'm glad they're sticking to her more modern origins about being stuck in the wormhole. She's older than him, technically, but appearance-wise, she's younger. He got there first, blah, blah, blah. It's all good. That stuff sounded great. One of my main complaints was, 2 episodes in, Dean Cain was only in like 5 seconds of the first episode. You're gonna have to work on that. You could have called that show Supergirl's Dad, and it all been about Dean Cain. Whether we watch him for 30 minutes an episode mowing his lawn, I would have been like, that's Superman mowing his lawn. Dean Cain has always been and always will be my favorite Superman, Clark Kent, superhero actor. He embodied everything that I imagined. It was him, man. He was cool. I met him a few months ago. I met him in June this year. He was the coolest guy. I was a nerd boy. I was geeking out. I just said retarded, gerbled crap to him. It was an absolute honor to meet him. He is the coolest, nicest guy. Loved every second of it. 14 years or 15 years waiting to meet him, and it was worth every second of it. Back to Supergirl, though. First 2 episodes weren't too bad. Let's see, Dean Cain, we covered that. Let's see, costume. Her costume's brighter than the Man of Steel fiasco. That costume is just an abomination of shit. Way too dark, way too dreary. Man, I don't want that Man of Steel, Henry Cavill, I don't want that man near me, let alone saving me. If I'm falling and that asshole comes up, I'll be like, nah, I'm cool, just let me die. So her colors are brighter. And what I've noticed in all the photos, and I noticed it more in the second episode, because I did more close-ups of her, that they use red thread to sew the seams together of her costume. I don't know why, I just thought that's kind of cool. It looks kind of neat. It's close enough to Superman's costume, but with that red thread where they sewed the stuff together, it just gives it that one little flair that makes it hers, her own, sets them apart. That's pretty neat. I don't like the S on the chest. It has no backing behind it, where they just plastered an S on. The contrast between the costume and the symbol just seems weird without that yellow. It's worked for 75 years. Man, stop messing with something that isn't broken. Put that yellow back on there. Make it a duller yellow if that's what your problem is. I don't like the duller colors at all, but I would take a duller yellow than no yellow at all. And this one's just a small concern, small gripe, that there's no S on the back of her cape. That I can live without, though. Okay, that's just small petty little thing. If that was the only thing, it would be perfect, but it's not the only thing. But, alright. So, her as Supergirl, maybe it'll take some time to grow on me. I don't hate her, and I'm not saying that she couldn't be great, but it's not 100% with me right now. I'll go 85 to 90% possibly. Maybe I just have to get used to that actress. I don't know her. I don't know. But Supergirl, cool. I like it. I like it enough that I'm going to keep watching. I'm excited about the show. Really excited. What I dislike is her portrayal of Kara. And it goes back to, and I'm sure I'm going to get blasted for this, my disapproval of Christopher Reeves as Clark Kent. Not Superman. Clark Kent. Now, I realize that movie was made in the 70s, and maybe that for that time, for that era, it fit in to be that way. It's not that way anymore now. It doesn't seem to click with me. And it always was something strange with me when I was smaller and I was watching it, that Superman was cool. I liked Superman. What people could say, the dorky, here's your kitchen, ma'am, or just his politeness as Superman. That's what attracted me to him. He had all these godlike powers, and he was the nicest damn person, and all he wanted to do was what was right. Now, when he was Clark Kent, he was a clumsy buffoon, just a complete moron. I could not relate to him. I didn't root for him. I didn't cheer for him. I wanted him off screen. It could have never shown Clark Kent as Christopher Reeve's Superman, and I would have been happy. The worst parts of the movie by far. Golly, Lois, I don't know what's going on, and go back to Krypton and die in an explosion, Clark. Well, that would have been. Anyway, don't get me wrong. My first exposure to Superman was Christopher Reeve's. My earliest childhood memory. I mention this all the time. Is when I want to say I was 3, and it's when Lois was hanging from the helicopter about to fall, and he jumps up and he grabs her. And I'm thinking, holy crap, he caught her! That was my earliest memory. So, Christopher Reeves always has a place, as Superman to me. And I get the people that he's number 1. He was there first. He was the one that made them believe. Christopher Reeves got me interested in the character, and it wasn't until about 93 and 94 when Lois and Clark came out, Dean Cain, and then the comic book related Death of Superman, that he was really into this huge driving force for me in my life, just part of everything that I do. Christopher Reeve got me interested in Superman, but Dean Cain made me believe that a man could fly. Dean Cain made me believe that character was every bit as real as any person I meet on the street. He grounded that character for me. He made Clark relatable and Superman something to aspire to. So I wanted both parts of that because of the way Dean Cain portrayed him. And that's just not something I get from Christopher Reeve, or that I got from Christopher Reeve. And that's something that I don't see from Supergirl. Melissa, I can't remember her last name. Melissa's Supergirl. She's unsure of herself. She doesn't know what to do. And that's not Superman. You don't see him standing, in front of a huge robot, Brainiac or something, and he's like looking around. He's like, man, what do I do? No. He even if he's not I know that he's scared. He doesn't want to hurt other people. He doesn't want to fail. He doesn't want someone to get hurt. All those things are running through his mind, but he doesn't let it show. So, having her cry through an earphone, what do I do? Nah, it's not Supergirl. It's more that emo shit that needs to stop. There's characters that are like that it fits. It's not ringing a bell at the moment. Spider-Man, young Spider-Man, I guess. He's a teenager. He's not so sure what to do. He's more questioning whatever. That fits for that. Doesn't fit for Superman. So stop that. But I get they have to do something to bring in the other characters. Cool. Whatever. I like the action. The action was pretty good. All in all, 2 episodes in, well, they're doing that stuff Christopher Reeve did too, where they kept crying about his Kryptonian parents. Let it go. Let it go. Parents are dead already, buddy. In the Lois and Clark, there was 1 or 2 episodes about his dad. That was it, out of 4 years. And that worked for me. So somebody doing Supergirl saw the other ones, and they're like, hey, he cries about his parents. Let's have her cry about her parents, too. It better not be a continuous, let's talk about Krypton. I'm tired of hearing that crap. So again, a few flaws, but all in all, man, a great show. I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm just really looking forward to it. Hopefully it'll revive DC. Well, it's really not a revival thing. DC movies, man, they suck now. Don't get me wrong, I'm a hardcore DC fan. I would still watch the worst DC movie as opposed to the best Marvel movie. But their movies suck right now. Man of Steel was just complete crap. Don't try and deny it. And anyone that wants to argue about it, all I've got to say is General Zod, I win the argument. So hopefully, well, DC owns TV. They've always owned TV. Cartoons, TV shows, oh God, you name it. DC's got it. So I'm hoping that the movies that are gonna suck, and I'm talking about Dawn of Justice, going to suck, and I'm going to be mad, I'm going to hate my life, and it's going to just make everything seem bad because they're taking something I care about and they're completely screwing it into the ground. So I'm hoping that the Supergirl TV show that stays close enough to the origins are going to appease me until DC can change their movie tactics, because the movies suck. DC, your movies suck. Stop. This New 52 is the biggest piece of crap I've ever seen. Everyone involved with it should be drugged into the street and beat to death with the comics. That's all I've got to say. They should be lined up, and Henry Cavill should come by and snap all their necks. We'll see how much they like it then. It won't seem so cool to you anymore, will it, DC? You need to give me a damn job at DC. Somewhere in DC. Somewhere where I can help you guys get your image back. I am 34 years old, and since I was 3, I've done nothing but purchase DC-related items to heroes that I love. I'm sitting in my car. Let's do this. Earphones for my, it holds my chargers and all this stuff for my iPhone. Earphones, charger. Lanyard for work. Let's see what's on that lanyard. Stickers. My car keys. That's just within arm's reach, and I'm sure there's more I'm not even seeing in here. And all of this is stuff before the New 52. If I had started reading comics when New 52 came out, I would not care about that character. You've taken everything that your die-hard fans have cared about and screwed them. Screwed the fans, and you've screwed up the characters. These are people that I forgot one, sorry. People that I have grown up with, that I have looked up to, that I despise now. Batman's a robot. Come on. Really? Who was sitting, my wallet, who was sitting at the panel and like, what are we going to do about Batman? And somebody's like, make him a fucking robot. That's brilliant. Oh, let's have Superman lose his powers. What an idiot. So Superman without his powers is everyone else in the fucking world. You're wrong. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. God. And I know that if I was involved in any way possible, I could help revitalize the image. If I could make a movie that I saw Superman in my head, be $1 trillion. You would turn the world back to Superman. Screw the Avengers. Oh, Hulk smash. Man, shut the hell up. Thor's got a hammer. Woo! So if I walked into Lowe's and I bought a little tiny hammer, would I be Thor? Now screw that. Screw that. Screw Marvel. Don't get me wrong, Marvel. I still read your comics. I love you, but screw you. Compared to DC. Something's got to change. Something has got to change. This went way far from my Supergirl review. Flash, TV show. Love it. I loved Harrison Wells. I can't think of your name at the moment, actor, but dude, you're cool. I like you. I like your nonchalantness. Kept me coming back. But the Flash was good too, but man, Reverse Flash, you're doing it right. Supergirl, two episodes in, I was hooked before it aired. Hooked now. Gonna stick with it. Arrow, couldn't get into it. Never liked Green Arrow in the comics. Don't like Arrow. I'd never even finished the first season. I made it like halfway through and I was gonna watch the next episode, but then I decided to carry on with my life and not watch it. So I've got the first 2 seasons. Seasons 2 still wrapped up and opened it to watch it. More power to them. Cool. If it's what your thing is, it's being DC and I'll still support it because it's DC. Doesn't mean I have to watch it or like it. I'll support it. Constantine, man, that show should have stayed on. I dug Constantine, but I like Keanu Reeves' Constantine too. Glad that it's coming back in Arrow. I might watch that episode because I did watch the Flash Arrow crossover just because I like Flash. So I'll watch that Constantine just because I miss old Constantine. iZombie, not related in the overall DC universe, but still DC. Vertigo. Man, I'm really liking that show too. I like what was Blaine, the main zombie guy? That guy was cool. How they had that conversation on the rooftop about Kurt Cobain. I was like, these are my guys. These are my zombies. And I like the main actress, Rose, Liv. She's kind of hot. She's making Pale the new thing. So, Rose, if you're out there, give me a call. My information is going to be in the bio. So that's that. Review the first 2 episodes. Pretty much everything I said will be retyped later. For those of you that don't want to watch the really long video of me blabbing. Definitely check it out. download it if nothing else. When the DVD, well, when the Blu-ray comes out, I'll buy that. Oh, and why is iZombie not on Blu-ray? Somebody answer that for me. It's messed up. I want my Blu-ray iZombie. I think that's it. Sorry, my posts are coming sporadically. I got promoted 3 times at work. I'm assistant store manager now. Thank you. But it's just killing my free time. So I'm gonna try and do these videos if nothing else. I think that's all I got for right now. It's been a long day, and I'm heading into work right now. I'm there. It's gonna be a long day, but I will try to keep you guys posted more often on just whatever, my opinions on things, like anybody cares. But at least if I put my opinion out there, I feel like, you know, the world needs to know what I think. And they're like, who are you again? And I'm like, I don't know. No one important. So the next video, you'll see me crying from all the responses. You're so mean! That's alright. Alright, man. Men and women, I will see you guys next time I do something. Hoping soon. I'll try and do one a week, because I've been doing about one a month. My next one will be about a concert. I'm going to see 10 Years in Houston, December 4th. Seen them before. They were great. Love the band. Love the music. Love you guys. I'll see you December 4th. But I'll try and talk more about them. That's what I'll do.